All righty.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing well.
Wow.
We got a bunch of folks in chat. Good
I'm
to see
still
everybody.
scrolling. Wow.
So bear with us a few minutes. First time we've had live in a couple of weeks, I think 14 days. So,
I am still not at the beginning.
yep, there you are.
Okay.
Wendell. Hey Brian. Blackie.
Okay.
Hey John
Sorry.
Lamb. Hey Katie. Hey Billy. Gary. And Gary's in the background too, y'all.
You weren't supposed to tell.
Well, maybe
Miss Tammy.
I don't do secrets much. So.
Well, we're going to try. In and outdoor.
Miss Tammy.
Mark
Mark
Creel.
Creel. Good to see you, Miss Burby. Oh yeah, good to see everybody. Now, Stacy.
Well, y'all been chatting.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Mm-mm.
Glad everybody's having a good time.
Absolutely. Oh, you know what I forgot to do?
What did you
I
forget?
put the intro up there and then lost it.
We just ain't real YouTubers. Are
we are not.
We just ain't. Hey, Bobby.
Yeah, I had it there to run, and
Oh,
it happened when the camera quit working and all. Because I had it all set up.
Yeah, Rebecca set it up today, so y'all can blame it on her. I'm just playing.
I was going to say, when you set it up, you don't get an intro. Well, you didn't
No.
get one with me neither.
But it's good to see everybody tonight. Hope y'all are. Hey, online cryptids, good to see you. So, hey, Roger. Good to see everybody tonight.
Still scrolling.
Oh, yeah, and they're still talking in there, so it's going to be hard to catch up with them.
Blaze MT.
Yep. If we skip somebody, please forgive us.
Yeah, we trying. Both of us are blind.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Robin. So, I hope everybody's had a good week. It's been a yo-yo weather here in Alabama.
Yeah, it has.
I mean, it's been a yo-yo, but hey, who's that? Michigan Sandman. Okay. Hey, Patrick. Good to see you, brother. Mr. Robert. Good to see everybody tonight.
I do not like the way the StreamYard is doing the YouTube names now.
Yeah, kind of. Hey, Miss Jean.
Sherry.
Yeah. Hey, Sherry. Yeah. Every time you turn around, it's changing stuff too. It's hard to keep up with anything anymore. Every time I turn around, something's changing. You have to. Who's that right there? Oh, Miss Dee. Hey, Miss Dee. When they go in that small letters, it's hard to read sometimes.
Daddy, whoever that is.
Yeah, Mr. Daddy. Yeah. I believe that's Richard.
Okay.
So it's good to see everybody tonight. And Rebecca's still scrolling.
I know.
You may not catch them, babe.
They have been chatting tonight.
Hey, that's good. Hey, Jeff.
Jeff T.
You know who I'm talking to.
But they don't.
He knows I'm crazy.
He knows you mispronounce every time. Mr. Terry.
Hey, Miss CD, Mr. Terry. Good to see everybody. All righty. While she's scrolling. Yeah, like I said, weather's been a yo-yo. I know it probably has in a lot of other parts of the country. A lot of places is getting.
It's PJ.
Hey, PJ. I know a lot of places getting snow. We're right on the borderline. They
better not be no snow here.
They've been borderline with us all week, back and forth. I finally think they took it out. Might see some snow flurries Sunday, but no accumulation.
We'll go back and
so
we'll put that up there. Because I know I have missed some people because it's still going.
Yeah, I know. We probably missed some people.
Did we say hey to Miss Sharon? If not, I just saw her name.
Okay. And if we skip your name, please don't hold it against us because she's moving it so fast. Now, usually I can read Hillary. Hey, Hillary. Hey, dog. Yeah. So, hey, Larry. So, hey, Miss Cynthia.
How much further do I have?
Hey, Miss Sharon. Oh no, they've been outrunning you, I think. Oh,
I think
man.
they just hitting something and hitting enter just so I'll have to try and catch them.
Hey, Randall. So
I might be near the end. No, I'm not. They're still going faster than I am.
Yeah.
Miss Phyllis.
Yeah. Hey, you may have to just go on and.
I know. We may have to just not even do this now.
Hey, Debbie. So, anyway, we do have Mr. Spikes with us tonight. Rebecca's going to do her plants and books, and I'm going to go over the prayer list before we get started, before we bring Mr. Gary on, and then
Tanner.
Hey, Tanner. And somebody was right below Tanner. I couldn't tell who that was. Wait a minute, go back up. Oh,
Say I lost it.
Mark Barnes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Good
Mark
have
Barnes.
Yeah. So,
Oh, my eyes hurt.
good to see everybody tonight.
Watt 399.
Yeah. So, we'll bring him on here, Lady in the Lake.
I made it.
Well,
yeah, Lady in the Lake.
We'll bring him on in just a few minutes, but we'll go ahead.
Mr. Denduven, stop cursing.
Snow.
Jeez, snow, ice, winds. That's enough.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, like I said, weather's been yo-yo here. We've been warm one day, cold, rain, you name it. It's about trying to happen here. It went down to 21 here this morning, back up to 51 today. Going to be in the 40s tonight. Rain tonight. Go up back in the 50s tomorrow, then fly back down in the 20s tomorrow night for about 4 nights in a row.
Which makes migraines awful.
And so windy, just not very good weather. I'm glad to see everybody in here tonight. I hope everybody's had a good first of the year.
Good.
What's going on?
Roger said he saw where wind is blowing over trucks in South Dakota.
Wow. Yeah. I heard we may have some.
Pyro.
I heard we may have some gusty winds later tonight too here in Alabama. So, but I hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, we didn't get to have a show last week.
Hey, Debbie.
I'm on a new schedule. I'm on day shift now. So, trying to get used to that. Had to work some extra days that's really not in my schedule, and that just kind of got everything out of whack. But now I'm kind of back on regular schedule except for day shift. Getting used to getting back up at 5 in the morning.
Oh, I missed John Burton in there somewhere.
Hey, John. Getting used to getting up at 5 in the morning and going back to, I guess you'd say, normal time frame for most people.
Like getting in bed early.
Yeah.
After being at work every night.
Right. So, just trying to get used to everything. Hey, Spencer, trying to get used to everything and just, so I know a lot of y'all probably haven't seen me nowhere in chats much lately or even heard from me much. I ain't been trying to hide. It's just been that busy. Day shift's a lot busier than night shift. So just, and then when I've been coming straight home, pretty much getting ready for tomorrow and going to bed. But now I'm on regular schedule. I hope that works out and things start calming down. And you've been a little puny this week. So y'all remember Rebecca in prayer.
Migraines is just acting
been
up.
Giving her, hey, Sherry, been giving her a lot of fits. And on our prayer list, I know a lot of people are sick right now. A lot of people. Flu and upper respiratory going around. And I've been very fortunate not to catch it. And I've been around a lot of people who've probably got it. So,
hey, Brenda.
But I know we got a lot of other people with health issues going on and different things. So, y'all be sure to be praying for each other and check on each other and all that. And go from there. You want to go ahead and
yeah.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah, go ahead and do you.
I don't know if I've done this one yet or not.
I don't remember it.
So
you have, they'll let you know.
Oh yeah. Well, I have tons of stuff, y'all. And we're going to get duplicates,
Hey, Miss
even
Taylor.
with 2 bookshelves full of books to show y'all. And, every now and then I just go through and pull out books and show while Mark talks. But so this is one you may have seen before. You may not have seen it before. But it's a very cool concept in gardening. There's a lot of truth to it. And this gives you a lot of things that you can put to use in your garden. I love that it's spiral bound. I got this one off of Temu, believe it or not. And it is called Companion Planting for Beginners. So it's a very cool book. Lots of good images. Well, of course, I flip it to a page with nothing on it. Lots of good information on those pages. Not that you can read it, but as you can see, there's lots of good information there. It tells you, it's divided up into sections like pest management, disease management, beneficial insects. There's a section on building up your soil and stuff. There's just lots of things. What plants attract beneficial insects, what plants help build the soil, what plants you should plant with other plants, weed management even. It's a pretty good book. Sections divided by what the plant is, all sorts of good stuff. Like I said, I got this one off of Temu, but you can probably find it somewhere else. And if you can find this book in any format, then you found something good regardless.
And that kind of goes hand in hand with the
permaculture,
yes. Which is kind of going back more natural a little bit.
So there's a lot of plants that prevent nematodes, and there's a lot of plants that attract like good beneficial insects to kill the bad insects and stuff like that. So it's a very good concept if you can figure out what to plant where.
Be like planting clover or cowpeas with corn and stuff, because they pull in nitrogen.
Marigolds with tomatoes and all that stuff. So
you're looking for different things to pull into the other plants to feed it. So
Michigan Sandman, yes, dandelion leaves are healthy.
Yes,
dandelion roots are healthy too, and you can make a dandelion jelly.
But they're always trying to get you to spray and kill them in your yard.
Yep.
I wonder why.
Exactly. All right, here's another book that those of you in the goat world may have. They have like a series of them. This is called Herbal Binder, and it's put out by another homesteader. This is from alifeofheritage.com, and they have herbal and chemical methods listed in here, along with all the charts, the ways to find out, what types of worms you have and stuff like that. Y'all, I just want to show you this picture here. I mean, it gets in depth for the little bit of book that one is. And this one tells you all the herbs that you can treat all the things with. I mean, we always think about, there's a lot of that in there. But I mean, cayenne, honey. I mean, look at all that. Yeah. It tells you how to make a wash for the udders. It tells you how to make poultices that are safe for goats. It tells you how to make wormers, a bag balm. I mean, mastitis remedies.
Kind of hard to grow them like that, Wendell.
What? Butter beans and cornbread.
He wants to grow
butter beans and cornbread. I got it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can grow the corn. You have to grind it. That'll make you cornbread. You have to have a chicken for that egg. And your butter beans, they'll grow. So yeah.
Some buttermilk.
So there you go. There's two more books that are just freebies for tonight. If you have goats, that's what these are definitely geared more towards. And it's www.alifeofheritage.com. So, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
I was just going to tell everybody, have you told everybody your possible 3 nannies are all 3?
Yes. And I know due dates.
Good.
I don't know no due dates, but it will be between February 3rd and Valentine's Day for the first ones, which will be hazel dropping. Yeah. All right. So Here's another freebie for you. What's the most important thing that we have talked about in the past that you can do during during winter? 1, plan for your new garden. And what is the fun part of planning? Picking out your seeds. So Baker Creek's got their new seed catalog out. If you are about heirloom seeds and things like that, they have tons of variety. Y'all, this is the free catalog. Y'all see how thick that is? This is the free version. The pay for version is like that thick. So you can imagine how much information is in these catalogs. Excuse me, how many varieties.
Missouri or Oklahoma?
I don't know. Missouri.
Missouri.
Yeah.
Okay. So some of y'all that live around Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, y'all not far from them. I think you can actually visit their place. Mm-hmm. There's one in Virginia called Southern Exposure.
Southern Seed Exposure?
Yeah. They're not too far from Monticello, where Thomas Jefferson was from. I think it's real close.
The name of that now, because it's not the way you pronounced it.
Well, Monticello.
No, now you're sounding like Monsanto.
Well, I guess there's different ways to pronounce that, but
anyway,
that part of Virginia, anyway.
Yeah,
because they have their plant sale actually at his estate.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right. Well, let me do the plant for today. The plant for today is burdock. Mostly the root is what I pulled up information on tonight. And let me pull that right back up. I'm sorry. I'm pressing buttons. So it is a detoxification to improve skin conditions like acne and eczema. Helps with anti-inflammatory. It aids digestion with its prebiotic fiber. Looks like it helps with blood sugar and circulation a little bit. It improves insulin sensitivity. That's how it helps with diabetes and blood sugar. Helps with hair. It provides minerals like silica, zinc, and iron. Iron. Which are topical products for strength, elasticity, and hair growth. So you can consume it as a tea, tincture, or topically. You can also eat the root, probably bitter. And I know you can eat the leaves as a green. So I think they produce a seed like amaranth, and you can actually use those seeds to make a flower of sorts. But don't quote me on that one. So there you go. Plant for today is burdock, burdock.
Good. All right. We'll bring Mr. Gary in. We'll do the prayer list with him and him with us. Oh, I know he's probably tired of sitting backstage.
Hey, Gary.
Hi, y'all.
Good to see you, Gary. I'm glad to have you on tonight and everything.
Thanks for letting.
Oh, yeah.
California, I'm having to keep a cough drop in my mouth at all times to keep from just coughing like crazy.
Okay.
I feel like I'm getting there too.
Well, you take your time. We'll get talking here in a minute. You take your time, and if you get ready to go, you just tell me. Now, don't get yourself in no bind or nothing, okay?
I'm fine. I'm just coughing a lot.
All right. Well, we'll go over the prayer list real quick, and we'll wait till the end of the show to do the prayer, but we'll do it that way if somebody else needs somebody to put on here, we'll see it. But we'll go over that. And glad to have you on with us tonight, though, Gary, and good to see you again. So
I'll be glad when I can get back down that way.
Well, hopefully here pretty soon we'll all be able to get together here pretty soon, hopefully. So, well, y'all remember Miss Leanne? She's healing up better. Y'all be still praying for her. And plus, she found out some bad news about the person that hit her didn't have insurance. So y'all definitely be praying for her. Not just her healing, but her finances and everything. Miss Judy Wheeler, And of course, Gary, he's sitting here with us. Greg House, Miss Cynthia Johns, and her granddaughter Anna. Troy Allen, Mr. Terry, and Miss Carolyn. Y'all keep them in prayer. Mr. Tennessee Cherokee, I hadn't seen him in chat in a while. I need to send him a message. Miss Lanita, David Hughes and his father, Wendell, Michelle Powell's father, Miss Bobby's family and her cousin Jessica, Standing Stone's wife Rebecca, our neighbor Miss Saturday and Miss Martin, Debbie Meadows' family, her grandson and her in-laws. Y'all keep them in prayer. Miss Robin Griffin, Mr. Gene and Miss Karen, Hillary and Maddie, Denise, Miss Dottie, Ken Biddy. Y'all keep Brother Rusty here. He's had some eye surgeries and hoping they're healing up good. Morris, which is Erica's dad, Jerry's dad, Miss CD, Rebecca's sisters Trish, Helen Hickman and her mother. Miss Burton, I hope you're feeling better. I know you missed the last fire pit because you wasn't feeling well. I hope you're feeling better. Katie G and her grandkids. I know some of them's been sick. Tammy Johnson's nephew's family. Y'all keep them in prayer. Crystal's family in prayer. And the Maxwell family. Now, I hope I haven't forgot anybody. If I have, or you need to be put back on this list, please let me know. Please, let me know.
Monticello. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I knew you weren't pronouncing it right.
Okay. All right. So toward the end of the show, we'll do the prayer at the end of the show. But I've been gonna get Gary on with Christmas happening, New Year's, me swapping shifts. It's just been kind of crazy. And I wanted to get him on to be able to talk a little bit what happened up at Calmugga when we had the Christmas dinner. I told y'all on some of the prior shows back around Christmas that we had some interesting stuff happen. Gary was there, of course, Stacy, Miss Robin was there, and several other people. And the whole time we were there, different things were happening. Hey, Catherine, good to see you tonight.
Catherine and Rhonda
and Crystal, good to see
Crystal.
you. Yeah, good to see all y'all tonight.
Everybody else that we've missed.
Yeah, anybody else we've missed too. So, but hey, Jessica, good to see you too. So, we've had some interesting stuff happen up there at the grist mill. It's a beautiful place. If you're ever in Alabama, definitely need to go check it out. It's a nice place to walk, camp, the whole 9 yards. So y'all, if you're ever around Childersburg, sure check it out. And we'll probably do some small outings there, here and there. I know we'll do our Christmas dinner again next year and everything. But now, Gary, I know you came in on Thursday, you and Miss Robin, and I think Stacy came in on Thursday. And I'll just let you start off and you tell what all went on and we'll go from there.
No, Robin was involved in nearly all of it. Thursday we were sitting around camp and Robin saw the dog man across the creek in the timber there peeking out at her and kept peeking out at her for a while. And then a little while later, I told her there was one up in the trees, and she looked up in the trees and saw it up in the trees. But it was a very active weekend, very active. Go ahead.
That was over across the creek, though, right?
Yeah, that's across the creek to the east.
Over kind of in that thick stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And Robin, was it that night or Friday night? No, it was that night. It was Thursday night. I need to do a little description here first. And I don't know how to explain this. Maybe you can figure it out. Here at home, my CPAP machine is a foot above my bed on the headboard, and then the hose goes up 6 inches and comes down. And it does not ever put water in my face. Well, in the middle of the night, Robin said she heard me moaning. She was telling me the next morning. She said about 1:30 she heard me moaning. And she said if I kept it up, she's going to come check on me. But about that time, I woke up, and the CPAP is down on the floor. I'm on an 18-inch air mattress, and they're on top of 2 pillows on that. So I'm up 2 foot from the CPAP, and the hose comes up to me. When I woke up, my pillow was soaked, the mask was full of water, and my mouth and nose was totally full of water. I drank it off right quick and swallowed the water. And about that time, I heard 2 footsteps behind my tent. And you could tell it was heavy, heavy. The next morning, when Robin was telling me about it, he said that right after she heard me moaning and I quit, she heard footsteps go around her tent. She was across the road from me. Right after she said she heard 3 steps, ka-plunk, plunk, plunk, come across that creek right before she heard the footsteps. And then as she was coming back later in the day, she saw those impressions. Now, everybody there nearly saw those impressions. And you got the pictures marked if you want to show them. There was 3 impressions right behind my truck between Robin's tent and my tent. And they were 22 inches long and 3 foot apart sideways. So he was standing there watching everything, and he was standing with his feet 3 foot apart. But while Robin and I were sitting there talking, I got a phone call. And before I said hi, Gene, and before I could say anything else, she said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah." Now you're on speakerphone and Robin's here, so she said hi to Robin. And then she proceeded to tell me that at 1:30 our time, she woke up with her lungs burning and couldn't breathe. So she immediately asked the big man, which the big man is my alpha here at home, to check on me, and she started praying. If you'll notice, all 3 of us, and Gene's 1,000 miles away, it happened at 1:30. I can't explain how it happened or what happened. All I know is, well, at that time, all I know is I was drowning. And that Bigfoot come up behind my tent and woke me up. So I don't know how many times they've saved my life now. But later on, I was talking to Jean again, and she was telling me about it. The big man had sent the local down there. And then you know what happened Saturday night? We were all sitting around the fire, singing Christmas carols and everything else. And right as one of them ended, this is what's so funny. And I'm not the only one that heard it. A lot of people around the fire heard this too. They heard the ka-plunk of 2 rocks hitting the creek back behind us. So evidently they didn't like that song, whatever that song was. And then Sunday night, there was a bunch more activity. Or not Sunday night, Saturday night. They, at 6 o'clock Sunday morning, my alarm went off on my CPAP. It was losing power. My battery was going dead. So I woke up about the time there was kaplunk, kaplunk in the creek again. So I yanked off my CPAP and turned it off. And I just said, thank you. Because I knew what they was doing. They was waking me up again. And when they, I said, thank you, I kind of heard saw a smile in my mind. I didn't hear it. I saw a smile in my mind. But after I said, thank you, I said, you keep throwing rocks in that creek, you're going to have a bridge across there. And I started to lay back down and go to back to sleep because it's only 6. And all of a sudden, an image come into my mind. And when that image come into my mind, I jumped up. Well, I didn't jump up. I got out of bed as quickly as I could. I got dressed and I went and started tending to the fire. It was the same image that back in June at the camp out was given to me through a seer to give to another person. That image was after that person back in June. And you're the one that told me that where we camp at Talladega National Forest and the grist mill is not that far apart, and that old army base is back behind it. Gene said that's where that evil being lives, is in that. But he come after me for revenge for interrupting what he was going to do in June. So that's when I come down there, I'm going to have to watch it and make sure I'm prayed up before I get down there, because that thing's still after me. He's also after the other person. And while I'm thinking about it, you need to add David's wife, Babs, to the prayer list. He's not doing too good, he posted. I just remember that. Yeah. And Robin, that evil spirit, was there Thursday, and Robin had to go over there and barf. And then the next day, she found something over there that wasn't there when she was puking over there. I hope she kept it as a gift, because it was a gift from the Bigfoot. But let me rest. When we were packed up to leave Sunday, y'all help me pack up. And there won't be no more of that. I got me a travel trailer now. There won't be no more tent for me.
Good, good.
But as I was leaving, I didn't make a couple miles down the road, and I got a picture in my mind of a creek behind the house. Now, I've never been to Stacy's. Oh, yeah. And Stacy heard steps behind her trailer there at the grist mill, too.
Right.
But when I got to Stacy's, I was on my way to Stacy's, and when I got there, first thing she did was show me a great big pecan that had been left right where she parks her travel trailer. And she said there's no pecans anywhere on that street. I asked her, I said, you got a creek behind your house? And she said, yeah. Now remember, I've never been there. I have never seen her place. We went in the house, and I looked out the back door, and I said, Stacy, right there is where Teddy was standing watching and waiting on you to come home. That was the image that he gave me. That's her juvenile Bigfoot that's watching over her. And that was the image he gave me that showed me that he was there watching for her. It was just a very active weekend. And like I said, they've saved my life again. Now, I did get some more information just the other day. I've told you before that the big man here watched over my mom, my grandma, my aunt, and me all my life. Well, I found out the other day he also watched over my great grandma. He's almost 300 years old. And his mate is over 100, and she just had a new baby boy over a month early. She had it on Christmas Eve. It wasn't due till the end of this month. But the best we know right now, they're weak, but they're still doing okay. But they are very weak. But like I said, I just found out that he's got to be at least right at 300 years old, because he watched over my great grandma. So they live a lot longer than most people think they do. But
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of people talk about how long they could live, and of course, we really don't know, and you know, it's hard to say. We know some animals on Earth can, of course, that's the animal kingdom. A lot of them do live a long time. Sharks, whales. Whales are mammals, but we know that turtles, alligators, some other ones can live a pretty good while, and so I mean it's very possible. They could live a lot longer than humans.
Well, back in the Old Testament, they were living 600, 700, 800 years.
Right.
And the reason we don't live that long now is technology and what we're eating, our diets, our lack of exercise. We've gotten lazy. I mean, the cryptid's life depends on secrecy, being able to walk without leaving tracks, being silent when they run through the forest. Ours don't. Technology has ruined us.
Well, it has, and they say our life expectancy has got longer. It really hasn't. If you really go look at it, there was people in the 1800s that were living to be in their 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, every time you turn around, you see people that were living long lives. Now, I know there was some different times during history when disease would hit and get a lot of people, but I mean, most people in my family lived to their mid 80s toward 90s. So, I think you're correct. The lifestyle we live now is not good for us. We know the food ain't. No telling what else we're getting popped with. We don't even know about. And and I'll say this, and I know some people may disagree with me. I think we're going backwards instead of forwards. I think mankind started off with Adam being perfect. And then when sin entered in, he went downhill from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like somebody just said, Noah and them were living like up to 800
You're
years.
right. So I think we're on the reverse end now. I think we don't use our brain as much as they could back then. I think they were actually very smarter than we are in a lot of ways. They probably use more of their brain than we use.
Well, I'm just guessing, but I would say they use 95% of their brain, where studies have shown that we only use less than 10% of our brain.
Yeah.
But if you go back to people don't believe in mind speak is what people call it, but it's actually just telepathy. Back in World War II, they were experimenting with telepathy, and I can't think of the name of it, where you move stuff with your mind instead of picking it up.
Telekinesis.
Yeah,
Right.
telekinesis. I mean, they were experimenting with that back in World War II. So why can't you believe in mind speak?
Right.
Right.
Right. I mean, there is no telling what there's no telling what a human could do if we could fully function on like our ancestors way back.
Yeah.
There's no
You know,
telling.
there's a lot of people that not only do mind speak, they're empaths.
Yeah.
I had a medium tell me that I was claircognizant. I had to look it up because I had no idea what it meant. And the Webster says it means you know things without knowing how you know it.
Yep.
That happens to me all the time. Just like that down there Thursday. That Thursday, I told Robin, I said, there's one across the creek watching you. I don't know how I knew it. I couldn't see it. And she looked up and saw it. And then same thing with the one up in the trees. I don't know how I knew. I just knew there was one up in the trees. And she finally found it up in the trees. And it was up there at Stacy's trailer, and I seen one up. I felt that there was one up on the ridge, and I looked up there, and sure enough, there was.
Well, I mean, that's like with Rebecca. When at first I not gonna say I didn't believe her, but I didn't. But she told me, she said she feels stuff certain directions, and a lot of times when she told me she was feeling something, a few minutes later, something over there in that area. So I started trusting her on that good bit. And,
Yeah, you don't know how they're there. You just know it's there.
Right.
How you know?
Right.
When we go down to Dogman Ranch, I know exactly where they're at every time we go.
Right. And I believe a lot of times all of us know something's around. I think that sixth sense we have something's there around us, that's I ain't gonna say not normal, but not something we're used to. I think because there's times I've been in places and all of a sudden I get that vibe. I need to we get an echo from somewhere or back feed or something. But
Mr. Gary, you got us playing somewhere?
Just on the StreamYard there.
okay, I don't know what's going on. Here's some back feed or somewhere. But I mean, sometimes you can just know something's there.
Yeah.
Your
Oh, I bet
senses.
that's what it talks about with Messenger.
Oh, okay, I got you.
When you send the link through Messenger.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. But well, I know that weekend there was a lot of I've seen the imprints. And of course, we had a lot of stuff getting thrown in the creek behind us.
Yeah.
During the fire pit.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it just wasn't once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
This went on for a while. And during the night, there was a couple of howls went off way off back over on AOW over there.
We heard quite a few of them. And it wasn't just of a night. Those rocks were hitting the creek during the daytime too.
Yeah. And I looked real good during the daylight around those trees, and none of those trees were nut-bearing trees in that area. It wasn't acorns. And two, that area right in there was pretty open. There really wasn't no trees over the creek much right in that area.
No. And
they were
definitely a fish. It wasn't a splash like a fish. It was a plunk.
Oh, yeah. It was something heavy hitting
It was
the
a
water.
rock.
It was definitely something heavy. It wasn't fish or turtles or any of that stuff. And I think somebody who I can't remember who it was even kind of stepped back to make sure somebody wasn't playing a joke. And they said they never seen nobody's arms move. But you still, which I'm pretty much you in that group, wasn't nobody doing nothing like that anyway. But because all of us was there, and nobody had no reason to do anything like that. Now Gary is in Oklahoma. He lives out in Oklahoma. About 12 hours from here to there, isn't it? From here in Alabama to
Yeah, if I don't stop,
about 12 hours. Yeah.
I drive straight through. It's between 12 and 13 hours. Same to LBL. It's 12 to 13 hours.
Yeah.
But this last trip, I had to stop going and coming and get a motel room.
Right. And that Saturday night was pretty chilly. We had a fire going. We had 2-3 heaters going. It was pretty chilly night. Most of it across the creek, Miss DD, is forest. It's part of the old AOW, which is Alabama Ordnance Works from World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. The Army, I think at one time it was 5,000 or 6,000 acres in there. Where they made the gunpowder, and they had several big powerhouses on that property. Probably 80% of it was woods. The rest of it was part of where they had the buildings and stuff. They made the heavy water there for the atomic bomb, the 2 atomic bombs that were dropped in Japan. That's where the heavy water come from. They were very active there till the late 70s. Army was still in control of it till about 20 years ago, and they sold some of the land, and then they gave the rest to the city of Chillersburg. They went in there with an incinerator and burnt a lot of soil in the areas where they were making the powder. They've done that for about 10 years. They say the place is clean now. Now Chillersburg is letting industry come in and build on a lot of it. Kind of made it an industrial park. There's already a big paper mill out there that's been there since the late 40s because they use one of the old Army's powerhouses. Then they've let some other smaller industries come in. So around that area is mostly farmland, cotton fields, soybean fields, and a lot of woods across the road for miles. So it's a very wooded farmland area. Most houses are out on the highway. A lot of it's real low swampy land that nobody really wants to build on because it is in a floodplain. So, in fact, somebody here in the chat sent me a message this morning that I need to ride up there on the back side. There's a big X right on the side of the highway. It's popped up. I'm going to try to get up there and look at it in the daylight. That would be on the back side of the old AOW. So I need to get, he said it just appeared there here in the last few days. So he said it ain't been being there. I'm figuring the same group from the grist mill. But they've got a big area that they can go up and down. They can go 4 miles to the south to the river, nothing but woods. They can go up creek all the way to the Talladega National Forest, and never, go across one highway, 2 highways. They can go under the bridge and keep on going right into Talladega National Forest, which is about 10, 12 miles away to the east. So not far walking distance. Tons of more creeks coming in there from all over the place. So it's a very active place. A lot of wildlife in there. Some of that land probably doesn't see nobody except during wintertime, during the hunting season. So it's a good place for them to be.
one that goes to Teddy is what Stacy calls him. That's that juvenile that goes to her house. He's the one that she saw waving at her last June. So he goes from Sylacauga out to the Talladega National Forest all the time.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of creeks for them to travel. You know, there's 4 or 5 big creeks that come out of the Talladega National Forest that come right by Sylacauga, right by Chillisburg, and dump into the river. So they have very good travel ways. And like I said, most of those creek bottoms are floodplains too. So not too many people are living right on the creeks. They're away from them. It's more farmland and woods on the creek. So they've got a highway there. There's no doubt about it. And me and some others have talked about, how Creepy Mountain comes in. Well, there's a ridge comes off Creepy Mountain. It goes to the Talladega National Forest. It ain't a big one. You can actually see it. In fact, I showed Mr. Robinson when he was here that ridge. They can walk that ridge. There's a few houses on top of those ridges, but they can get by them houses with no problem, especially at nighttime, and they can be right in the Talladega National Forest real easy,
Well, the thing is, where it takes us about 20 minutes to cover a mile, it takes him about 5 minutes to cover a mile.
Oh, yeah. Especially, anything that lives in the woods has got a lot more strength and stamina than we have.
Oh, yeah.
And they're used to it. They can move through it and, no problem about it or anything.
Mitch, most of them are not. Most of them are just people just like us. There are probably some that are, but I don't think there's very many. But that the big man, which I call him the big man. I can't say his name. When I go to Brown Springs, which it takes me an hour and 15 minutes to drive there, he can leave here and be down there in probably 30 to 40 minutes. Because he comes down there, every time I go to Brown Springs, he follows me down there and watches over me down there.
Your headache getting to you. Y'all have to excuse Rebecca headaches. Working on her a little bit. If you need to.
Say, I'm probably going to go.
Okay, that's fine.
I hate to do it.
Yeah, y'all excuse her. These migraines keep whooping her. So
Becca,
she feels a little better today, but I guess been out in the cold. We're feeding the animals and all that today, and it's been real windy here, so that probably didn't help matters either. So,
and we'll keep praying for you, Becca. That's why I'm bad. I was outside working in this wind today.
Well, it was. It's been real windy today. Of course, it warmed up, but it's been real windy. It's supposed to be gusty tonight. Tomorrow is supposed to be a little gusty too. And then we're supposed to have another little rain come back through tomorrow night. So I could tell she wasn't feeling good because I heard her sigh over here one time. I've seen her lay her head back, and I knew then what was happening. So
we'll keep praying for her. I pray for y'all every day anyway.
No, Carl, I didn't put her in timeout. She puts herself in timeout a lot of days. So, but and hello to everybody that's come in. I know some other folks have come in. It's good to see everybody tonight and everything.
Got some new people in there. B. Mora's new.
Okay.
She's flying from California.
B. Morris?
Mora.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a friend of mine, and Lady in the Lake's a friend of mine from California.
Well, welcome to everybody that's in here. Of course, we're here in Alabama. Me and Rebecca's in central Alabama or east central Alabama, a little town called Sylacauga.
It's a nice place.
Yeah, it's got a lot of history to it. And of course, Jim Neighbors is from here. And then it's one of the largest marble quarries in the world. And of course, the lady getting hit by the meteorite in 1954. So, only person known in recorded history hit by a meteorite and survived it. So, so it's got a little history to it, and a lot of other history. Lay down, now, sister. There you go, good girl. So, a lot of times she won't get back over here in my lap, but I know that weekend we had a very good time. We had a lot of good fellowship, good food, just a lot of stuff going on. We had some activity. There's no doubt about that. I know I heard the vocals during the night. I seen the foot impressions in the grass there around the tent, and then of course the rock throwing happening left and right. So, or whatever they were throwing in the creek at night.
I'll post those pictures on your page now. That since we talked about it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I want to go ahead and tell them. Some people say they can't see nothing. It is hard to see it in the pictures, but nearly everybody there all weekend, or all Saturday, and then for Saturday night's fire pit, saw them in person, so they know they're there.
Oh yeah. Well, there's no doubt. I've seen them the next morning, and hey, River Marsh, good to see you, brother. Haven't seen you in a while. So, but they was definitely moving around their place that weekend. They've been there. There's been several sightings. There was a sighting of a dog man years ago there. I wish I could find the guy who seen it. He was at one of our outings one time, and I was fixing to start talking to him about it. And somebody walked up and started talking, and he stood there a minute, then he walked off. And when I tried to find him, he done left. So, I really wanted to talk to him about that. And then there's several boogers been seen there by people fishing and stuff. And there's some more reports not far from there. I can't verify them because I haven't never talked to the people that actually seen them. But of course, it's a second hand that come to me about it. So, and I figure it's the same group that's hanging out in that area. They've got. If you go look at it on maps on Google, you see what I'm talking about. It's and then you scroll east. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's just woods after woods and farmland. That's all it is up in there.
Yeah, there's actually one pack of dog man there, and there's two clans of Bigfoot there in that whole area. It's not just one clan of Bigfoot. But what was strange about the whole thing was three of us, and one of us, Robin's across the road in her tent, I'm in my tent, and Jean's 1,000 miles away in Upper Michigan, and yet we all had it happen at 1:30 in the morning. That's what's so strange.
Yeah, it is. That is strange.
But Jean woke up. She said she couldn't breathe, her lungs was burning, and she knew it was me. So she immediately got a hold of the big man. Gene's an empath and talks to him all the time.
Right. Right. I thought, yeah, everything's in there. Yeah.
But that was what was strange about it. I mean, anytime I wake up, I look at my phone to see what time it is. And then Robin said it was at 1:30, and I seen it was at 1:30. And then Jean, when she called before we even got a chance to say anything, he was telling me it was at 1:30.
Right. Now, Miss Jean's on Central Time too, isn't she?
No, she's Eastern.
Oh, in Michigan?
Yeah, she's in Upper Michigan.
Okay. I was thinking she was Central Time too.
No,
I mean,
Michigan people, Eastern Time. And that's why she said, when she was telling us about it, she said 1:30 your time.
okay. Okay. Yeah, I knew that line was right up through there somehow. And I wasn't for sure. I knew because I know when I was in Missouri, all out in there, it was Central Time. So
Missouri Central Time. Part of Illinois is Central Time, and part of it's Eastern Time, and that's what's strange. But all of Michigan is Eastern.
okay.
Or at
Well,
least
most of it is right above Ohio, so Ohio's Eastern Time. So
yeah.
because I always have to
He's
remember.
all the way up. He's an hour from the Canadian line.
Right, right. Well, have you had anything going on around your place lately? Has it been pretty quiet, or?
No, it's for deer season. My clan always goes south, and they were traveling when she had the baby. They've been really struggling since she had the baby. She almost died. But like I said, it was a month and a half early. But right now, they seem to be doing good. She's growing a little bit stronger. She's still real weak. But this is her sixth baby. But it may be the last one too, because this really hurt her bad. And like I said, she's over 100.
Right.
But I've got, well, Coonbo will tell the story where he saw the eye shine down there. People don't believe me when I tell them the big man's over 16 foot tall. But Coonbo saw the eye shine. He backs me up on it. And I've got places here on my house where they run their greasy fingers down my siding, still black from where they rubbed their fingers there. They come up, they bang on my house just to let me know they're here. One of them will come up and check on me pretty regularly. Like I said, the big man has watched over me all my life. They woke me up I don't know how many times when I quit breathing.
Right. Well, are you doing better, or is it about the same, Gary?
No, I actually got some bad news last week. They're luckily I don't have to go on oxygen during the day right now, but they got to put me on oxygen overnight.
I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that.
They're gonna add oxygen to my CPAP. But hey, I ain't quitting. That's why I went in debt for the rest of my life and bought this trailer so I can keep coming to these meet and greets and Christmas dinners and everything else.
Well, you just take care of yourself, though, Gary. We'll keep you sure in prayer all the time.
Yeah, you got a lot of people that need prayer more than I do. But if you got so many people to take me off, that's fine.
Oh, no.
Keeping us all around for some reason, and one of these days he'll tell us why he's keeping us around.
Yes, we're staying for a purpose. What that purpose is, I don't know. We don't always know, but it might be. It's something coming that he wants us to still be around.
Yeah, he's kept me. I never thought I'd reach 30. And God has kept me alive all these years for some reason. And one of these days he'll tell me why.
Right. Well, we'll know that purpose. We'll know that.
Yeah.
We'll sure know that.
Yeah, God's been good to me.
He's been good to us all. There's no telling how much he has protected us and kept us out of harm's way. And even a lot of times when we don't think he's there, he's there.
Always.
And,
I mean, several years ago, I lost count at 125 scars, and some of them are serious scars. They ain't no tell me how many now I got now. I've probably got 180 to 200 scars on me. And God has kept me alive for some reason.
well, you just take care of yourself, because hope to see you this spring. And I'm glad you have a camper. That'll make life a little easier on you. You ain't got to sleep, put a tent up. You can just get there and unhook the camper, and everything will be in there, and you can just, keep your CPAP going and be a lot better on you.
That's why I got the camper instead of getting a pop-up. I got to thinking about it. Pop-up be just about as much work as it.
That is true. Well, how big of a camper did you get, Gary?
It's classified as a 21-footer, but the actual box is only 17 foot.
Okay.
It sleeps, well, it's got a queen bed, 2 bunks, and then, of course, the table makes a bed.
Okay. Well, that's good. About like the one I got then.
Yeah, close to it. And it's single axle like yours. That's the only thing I don't like about it.
Yeah, I don't like that single axle either. I don't.
They wanted over $100 a month more for a dual axle. Same trailer, but with dual axles, and they wanted over $100 a month more.
Wow.
No way.
I do plan on getting a double axle later on. I just feel more comfortable with that, and plus, you got 4 tires, so if one blows out,
yeah,
with that single axle, when one blows, you up the creek till you. So, well, do one thing now. When you do get ready to travel, remember those tires. Always keep them checked. And when they get to 3 or 4 years old on them, go ahead and put you another pair on there. They're not rated. They're not like, they're not like truck or car tires. They, just keep an eye on that. That's one of the biggest things. And
I made them give me a new spare for it too.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It don't hurt. I learned my lesson. Me and her learned our lesson coming back from LBL that time. And if I'm gonna be traveling a lot in it, I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, that's about right. Old line Crips, about 5 years is the max. Yeah, that is true.
Sorry about that.
That's okay, Gary. If you get ready to go, you tell me now. I'm not. You don't push yourself, and you get ready to go or something.
I'm
you
all
just
right.
tell me.
Hey, that one of those pictures you posted where you had the 2 circles on it.
Yeah.
I put a message on there. There's one to the right of that. Did you find that 3rd one over there?
Are you talking about the one I was pointing out that had the pointed ears and the muzzle? Yeah.
Yeah, there was 2 circles on it. Well, to the right of that lower one was also another one.
Yeah.
I didn't just see it, I felt it.
Well, Miss Bama and Miss Pat was the 2 that helped find that. And them pictures actually come from old video.
Yeah.
And Miss Bama seen movement in the video, and she went back and started paying attention to that, and she started seeing what she was seeing. And that's when she sent me some snapshots from the video, and she said, "You got stuff in your video."
Yeah.
And then later on, Miss Pat in the second video caught some stuff. So they were hanging around that corn patch and around here behind the house there for a little while. And of course, I did several videos on it. And so I have, and I put them up for people to look at their own discretion. I mean, if they don't believe that's what it is, that's fine. It wasn't to get an argument started. It's just, hey, you look at it, you make your own mind up what you're looking at. I mean, I had one guy say it's deer. I need to go answer him back, and I just ain't had a chance. But he said, "You're looking at deer," and I'm going, I don't think him's deer, but they sure don't look like no deer. And,
well, that's why I didn't circle it and send it back to you. I just told you that there was one over there to the right.
yeah, they were. I want to say somebody said they thought there was up to 6 of them in there, but it's hard to say on some of that.
Yeah.
But, we know there was the big black one and the one I call bucket head, because it looks like its head's got a bucket on it. And then the comb-headed one. And then there's another one in there right by it, but you can never really see its head. You can see the body outline. And then, of course, there's the one with the muzzle and the ears, and another one, a smaller one with muzzles and an ear, with the pointed ears. And somebody said there's a second black one in there, but I can't really tell. I mean, you can only do so much with a picture. I mean, you can only do so much, and you just have to let the picture say what's there and go on. That's all you can do with it. Because a lot of people that don't believe in this stuff, you could have one sitting at the coffee table where you're drinking coffee, and they still ain't gonna believe it. So, and with AI now, we're really gonna be struggling with AI going on now.
Well, that's what hurts me so bad. We were already struggling, and now it's gonna be even worse.
Right.
But I don't do this. I don't go on very many shows.
Yeah, I know, Gary. Yeah.
And I don't go on shows for the notoriety or whatever you want to call it. Everybody claims they're all bad. They're not all bad. That's the only reason I go on the shows, is to show that there are good ones out there. In fact, the majority of them are good. There's only a few bad ones. They've saved my life. I don't know how many times more. Right. They've hollered at me, been outside the window here and hollered at me. One day I was laying in there, and they come up behind me and blew on the back of my head to wake me up because I quit breathing. Another day, I've got those rings on my dresser drawers. They slammed that ring up against that door so hard that it woke me up. And I tried to imitate it. I couldn't imitate it. I could not make it ring that loud. The only reason I do this is because they are good ones out there. Like I said, my alpha has watched over my great-grandma, my grandma, my mom, my aunt, and myself for all these years. And I don't know how many times him or one of his boys has saved my life. But that's the whole point of the thing, is to make people understand. I don't care if they believe me or not. Because a lot of people don't believe they're spiritual like we do. We know they're spiritual. But I just want people to realize that there are good ones out there. They're not all bad. If they were all out to kill you, none of us would be alive, because there is no wall, no car door, or anything going to stop them.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you there. They definitely. I think if they were all bad, we would really know about it. Do it? Are there rogue ones? Yeah,
Yeah, there's
yeah.
road.
And then there's some that might be more over on the demonic side, but that's the same way with humans.
That's
So you know, so that's a subject that's hard to really say a lot about because it's just hard to say. You know, I know a lot of people think it's what getting people in the forest. I don't think so myself. I think maybe a few here and there, yeah. I don't think it's like a lot of people make it out to be. Um, you know,
I
now are
agree.
they some areas that's bad and you probably need to stay out of there? Yeah, I would say there's some few areas in this United States you probably need to stay out of a few areas.
Oh yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of them.
yeah.
And there's
But it just ain't them in the woods. I'm gonna say that too. They ain't the only things out there.
well, that's just it. Everybody thinks, or not everybody, but a lot of people think that dogman and cryptids are the only things out there. No, there is a lot more. Not dogman and Bigfoot.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot more cryptids out there than people realize.
right, right.
And they
But I
said
mean,
I found a verse in the Bible. I actually had my cousin tell me that nowhere in the Bible does it talk about Bigfoot. But I found a verse in the Bible the other day that I believe that's exactly what it's talking about is the cryptids. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I can't do it right now. It's John, seemed like it was John 10:16, but I wouldn't swear to it.
that where Jesus was mentioned about in the end times that of course he didn't use the word monster. He used a different word.
This is
But
where
what the,
we're talking about different folds. Like he was telling the disciples that they were in one fold, but there was other folds out there too.
okay, I think I know which one you're talking
I just can't remember which it's where it's at. I know the Bible. I just can't recall where it's at in the Bible.
right. Miss Jean, you're 100% right there. You hit the nail on the head right there.
Yeah,
And that's why you have to be very careful. There's a lot of deception. You have to be very, very careful. Yeah, very careful.
yeah. And Gene said Genesis 27:11 mentions them too. And
Yeah, I have to go back and
that's
read
not
that.
Bible. They are in the Bible.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't have been called Bigfoot back then.
Yeah,
That they've only been called that in the last 60, 70 years. But and that's because some people in California found the footprints and they started calling them Bigfoot. But
yeah. Look at the paintings in the cathedrals. They've got cryptids in it. Not only Bigfoot, they've got Dogman in them in those paintings, and that's back in the 1600s.
oh yeah, Catholic Church, a lot of the churches is a lot of paintings have what looks like to be boogers in it.
Yeah.
Some of there's some statues. They talked about them a lot in Europe. They called them the wild men in Europe.
Yeah.
The other name was Gentile, which almost sounds like Gentile, very similar to it.
Yeah.
Talks about that. So there's a lot of stuff there.
You know, country is the only country that does not recognize them. Every other country recognizes Bigfoot. They got different names like the Yeti, the Yowie, but every country except the United States recognizes them and admits they're there.
Right. Right. Well, there's a good bit, in there about that. But they ain't gonna be called Bigfoot in there. There's no doubt.
No. No, they wasn't called that back then. And well, one tribe called them the Sasquatch. And I hate to hear people call them Sabe. That was a made up name that a guy made up. That has never been a real name of them.
Right.
That name's only been in use about 30 or 40 years.
Well, a lot of your Native American tribes all had different names.
Right.
Here in the Southeast, the Cherokee and the Creek, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Seminoles, they all had different names, and those names meant different things.
Yeah.
I think the Choctaw or the Chickasaw, now their name for them wasn't real good. They called them cannibals. If you go look and see what their name meant cannibals. And you've heard a lot about Mississippi having some very rough boogers live over in that neck of the woods. I've heard a lot of Mississippi and some other people that live over in that area say them are pretty rough over in that neck of the woods.
Yeah, some of them are. And CD found that verse I was talking about.
Do what now?
CD found that verse I was talking about.
Okay.
And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold, them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd.
Yeah.
Now, people's going to take it different ways. But to me, that means that he's talking about us and other races of people, like the Bigfoot, the Dogman, and other cryptids. Because there are people just like we are, they're just a different race.
Well, you got the story of Esau, of course.
Yeah.
And he went and married into, Canaanites, which Canaanites are supposed to have Nephilim bloodlines in them, if you go back and look at it. That could be where some of this comes in.
And they had John.
Some of them having Nephilim bloodlines in them. Very possible. We don't know that. We know these certain tribes that the Bible mentioned. We can go off in a big, deep discussion on this one, but and a lot of people are going to disagree, and that's fine. You've got to just, the main point of the Bible is Jesus Christ. That book's about Him from the beginning to the end.
That's right,
and that's what the main theme of the Holy Bible is about Him and Him redeeming mankind. But there's a lot of other history in there, but I think only bits and pieces put in there because it wasn't. I ain't gonna say it wasn't really meant for us to know, but I know in Daniel it says a lot of things are sealed up toward the end of time, and then that knowledge will become more plentiful toward the end of time. Well, yeah. I think we're in that. I think we're in there. There's no doubt. Now, of course, I ain't gonna say when it is because I don't know. Only God knows that date. Even Christ doesn't know that date. He says only the Father knows that date. He sits there on the right hand. He's waiting on the Father. When the Father tells him, "All right, it's time," then we'll all know about it right that day. But if we're still here on the earth, when that happens.
Well, the Bible tells you that there's going to be a lot that we don't know until we transcend, if you want to call it whatever you want to call it. When Jesus comes back is when we will find out.
Right. That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's right. Luke 21. Yeah, but Christ didn't use the name monsters, but of course that's what that meant. He used another name that would have probably been in Greek or Arabic that would have meant monsters. So, but we don't know what all kind of monsters we're gonna see. So, you know, a lot of people don't believe that werewolves or vampires exist. They do.
Yes, I do.
They do actually exist. The skinwalkers,
I know all about it.
you know, the
Uh,
reptilians. There's some other stuff out there, you know.
well, I'm not going to say where. Everybody was thinking it was a dog man. It wasn't a dog man. It was a werewolf.
Yeah.
And it had a reason to be angry and be coming after us. All that kept it off of us was the dog man there.
My understanding is what I've been told a werewolf is an assassin.
Yeah.
That is conjured up by witches' coven.
Yeah.
That's, you know, they're assassin. It's usually a person that goes under some rituals to become that. Now, do they become a full werewolf? I do not know. I mean, I don't know. And I hope I don't ever have to find that out. But I hope. I mean, it's enough to deal with out here besides dealing with stuff like that. But that's what I've been told, that they're assassin of a witches' coven. And there's some other people that I have heard say the same thing before. So I think that's on the right track.
That one was so mean, but we don't have to worry about him anymore.
Yeah. Well, I think that stuff exists. You know, we always want to think it's folklore, but I think all that has a hint of truth to it. It's just like what was the big giant, the nursery rhyme with the big giant, the climbs the beanstalk.
Jack and Beanstalk.
They say that that could very well be talking about a Nephilim.
Yeah.
And you know, some of that story may have a hint of truth to it. You know, I think a lot of stuff has truth to it. Just over time, it gets mangled a little bit, or you know, some. But you know, and a lot of other stuff. When we go back looking at the Greek gods of, you know, Hercules and all these, I think there's a hint of truth to that. You know, there's some truth in there somewhere.
We don't know how many gods there are. We just know the one that we are supposed to follow and believe in. But we have no idea how many other gods there are. And all these years I have believed that he was the only God, but now I'm not so sure.
Right.
But they're in the Bible.
He's the creator. He's the head God. Yeah, some of these other ones want to be gods. They're not really gods, but they want to be. But
like Satan.
Yeah, he wanted to be like God, but he could not get there. So, well, Gary, anything else you'd like to add? I've had you on now for about an hour. I don't want to wear you out and everything. So,
thanks for having me on and letting me tell about all that weekend. And Jessica's talked me into coming on tomorrow night on Cryptid Huntress.
Oh, good.
She's got, but it won't just be about the grist mill. It'll be about a lot of other stuff that I haven't got to tell yet.
Okay, well, good.
And I've got a lot of experiences I've never got to tell anybody.
Well, I know you've told me some, and in the past you've told me some things. But I try not to. I try not to push people. I rather people tell it when they want to tell it, you know. And there's a lot of other people I have to ask to be on YouTube, and I just don't really want to do that. And I said I understand. So,
Yeah, well, I refer to Jean all the time. She won't go on anybody's show because she's been ridiculed so much. And I don't blame her. That was the reason I didn't go on for a long time. I wouldn't tell anybody what had been going on because I've been ridiculed so much.
Well, people
Like that.
a lot of folks just don't know how to act. I mean,
Yeah.
that's, and I've learned one thing in my lifetime is if you don't agree with somebody, it doesn't mean you have to be hateful.
That's
It
right.
doesn't mean you have to downgrade them. You just disagree, and that's it. And
Agreed.
and
Agree.
that's it. I mean, there's a lot of folks I disagree with on a lot of stuff, but I still talk to them just like I do every day. If they start getting belligerent and all that, then I start kind of backing away from them. But as long as they keep stuff civil, I stay civil, and that's the end of it. So
Well, I'll spread your show out to everybody I can.
right.
I bet I send it to 50 to 75 people every week. But we love y'all. We love your show. Y'all got one of the few shows where you actually pray on here. And that's
Right.
what because you don't push religion to the side. Not religion. I'm not going to say religion. It's not religion. You don't push faith aside. Let me put it that way.
Right. Now, we're supposed to pray for each other. And don't get me wrong, some days I don't do well at it like I should. I'm a human just like everybody else. I have them days where something gets me preoccupied. And, so, we're all human. We all make mistakes. And, but that's one of the biggest things we can do is pray for each other every day. And
probably not where I need to be with God, but it don't mean that I'm not trying to be. And I pray for everybody in here every day.
Right.
Because we are all family. Y'all are better family than my own family.
Yeah, you've told me that. You sure told me that. And you are family, Gary. I mean, you're 12 hours away, but it don't mean that we don't think about you. And I wish I had more time to get in the chats and check back with folks more regular. I guess when the good Lord lets me retire here in a few years, I'll be able to do that a little better and be able to get out and visit with folks more. But right now, my part of my life is to work. So
You have to. And I don't know, like I said, I'll probably die before I get this trailer paid off.
don't worry about that too much, Gary. Don't worry about that too much.
It's a big step, but I knew I just couldn't handle the tent no more.
Just enjoy it. Get out and see people when you're able, and just take care of yourself. And we'll definitely keep you in prayer. And everybody else in here that's asked for prayer tonight, I know we've added a few more to the list, and
yeah,
I know there's a lot of people hurting in this world. We got a lot of people sick.
Oh yeah,
a lot of people with depression, addictions.
Horrible luck.
Horrible luck, as Rebecca says. I know it's just, but we got hope. And that one hope is Christ Jesus of Nazareth, the only begotten of God. That's our hope.
Keep your faith in God, Jesus, and no matter what happens in this earth, you'll be all right.
That's right. That's right.
I know there's a lot of people out there a lot worse than me. That's why I say just pray for them.
That's right. Well, here in just a minute, we'll go over the prayer list. I mean, I done the prayer list. Excuse me, y'all forgive me. I'm getting shook up. One thing I'll even tell you, Gary, and I'll tell everybody, I've got some interesting news from Creepy Mountain. Something I've been waiting on, and right after deer season goes out, I'll be able to really check on it a lot better. Of course, guys are still up there deer hunting right now, and I do not want to disturb other people trying to hunt. But had several club members come forward to me, talking to me about some stuff that's happened to them up there. So later on, I'll be looking in those areas, and I'll start talking about it some more.
Good deal.
Yeah, some of them got screamed at, limbs breaking, rocks flying. Pretty much sounded like they're trying to run them out of there. What they was trying to do. Probably got too close to where there's bed than what I figured, but and some stuff like that. So, but I'm gonna go into those areas as soon as deer season's over, and try to do some filming and see how they'll interact with me. I mean, I've been hearing little stuff while I've been hunting up there. I've heard a few little things and some odd things went on. I can't definitely say what it was, but it was good to hear some verification again. From people that ain't looking for that.
Right.
You know.
I know you know this, but before you go in, sorry, you tell them what you're coming in for. Tell them you're not coming in to hurt them. You're just coming in to look around.
Yeah.
And it makes a big difference on how they react to you.
I believe you out on that one. Those up there have never really acted up with me that much. I believe it's the same ones that come here to the house. I mean, close as I am to, I believe it's the same group. I mean, I might be wrong on that, but I believe it's the same group that comes in here. But you know, I've been fooling with them since 2007, and I never have really seen them do anything that I would really real worried about, I guess you'd say. Except for that when I stood behind my truck at night, kind of pushed me back a little bit. That kind of, you know, hit me a little bit. But, you know, other than that, and then a few times they were slapping the house here, you know, disturbing Rebecca when I'd be at work, kind of got me a little nervous. And, of course, I went out and had a talk with them. I know that sounds crazy, but I went out in the backyard and I said, you know, we ain't going to do this here. You know, we ain't going to do it.
That's what you got to do. You got to lay the rules down, and they will 98% of the time they're going to follow those rules.
Yeah.
If you respect them, they're going to respect you. It's the people that don't respect them and go in there and cutting up and setting traps and everything else that's going to get them.
Yeah.
You always respect them, and you set down the rules, and you tell them what you're coming into the woods for, so they respect you for that. I don't go anywhere. When I come down there to go to the campouts, before I ever pull in there, I tell them what I'm coming for. Same way with down at the grist mill this time. When I pulled in there, nobody else was there. It was still raining, so I was setting the pickup. I told them why I was there, and that I wasn't there to bother them. When I go to Brown Springs, Dogman Ranch, Blue River, it don't matter where I go, up north in the northeastern part of Oklahoma, I tell them why I'm there. And I never have any problems. I have them standing outside my tent, rubbing my tent. No problem. He wasn't bothering me. He was just curious. But if you talk to them and respect them, they're going to respect you. And that's
Well,
why I like you so well, because you do that. And next time I'm down there, if possible, I'd like to get up on Creepy Mountain.
yeah, I sure carry you up there. I'd love to show you the place. And they like I said, I have never really got too worried with this bunch here. They don't, the ones up there. Now, I've been some other places I was ready to go. I ain't gonna lie to you about it. I've been a few places I was ready to pack up and leave because I was getting bad vibes quick, and I just felt like, hey, we don't need to be here. So
That's when it's time to go. When you get those vibes, it's time to go.
it's time to go. Something was there that didn't like us being there.
And that's just like in last June down there, the first night there, that evil being came up to my tent. And he come up again the third night. I told him flat out, I said, you may get me, but I'm going to fill you full of lead. And the Bigfoot run him off. And then he come back down to the grist mill after. But the Bigfoot keeps running him off.
Well, Gary, we'll do a prayer and we'll get off here. Let you rest a little bit and everything. I don't want to keep you on here, get you wore out or anything. But
Well, the thing to say, I loved it down there for the Christmas dinner, and I was tickled to see everybody. Even though it was cold and rainy, it was a great time. I wish that everybody else could have made it.
yeah, we had a good time. We enjoyed it. And also, we're going to do our next fire pit. Me and Rebecca talked about it today on February 14th. Yeah, I know that's Valentine's Day. I've got to work the first weekend of February. But in some ways, we think that might be good to do it on Valentine's Day. Give some people a place to go for a little while to just hang out. So we'll pray that the weather is decent, and if you still go out with your wife or your girlfriend or vice versa, husband, wife, still go out and eat. You can always still come by for a few minutes, And if, in this neck of the woods, I know. A lot of you is too far for you to come just for that, but you're still welcome to if you want to. But we'll just have it, February 14th, and look forward to seeing anybody that can come. All right, Gary. I'll tell you what. I'll do the prayer, and I'll let you cut on out. We'll call it a night.
Thank you, Mark.
Do what now?
I said, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Lord, thank you for everything you do for us. We praise and honor your name and everything that you do for us. We know you love us. We know we have hope in you. We know we can trust you. We know that you're going to judge one day, Lord. Lord, thank you for your son and everything that he done for us and everything he does for us that we don't even know. Thank you, Lord, for the Holy Spirit. Lord, thank you for everybody coming tonight in this chat. Thank you for always being with us and taking care of us, even when we don't know it. Lord, I pray for everybody in this chat and ones we don't know about, Lord, that have all kind of different problems, Lord, that you be with them, walk with them, Lord, and take care of them. And we hope everyone has a good weekend. We ask this in the Lord's name. Amen.
Amen.
Well, Gary, I appreciate you sharing the stuff from the grist mill. You get you some rest where you can be on Jessica's show tomorrow night. I'll try to, good Lord, be there. I'll try to be there and listen to you tomorrow night and give you some support. I don't think me and Rebecca's going nowhere tomorrow night. Probably too cold. She won't want to go nowhere. But y'all remember all our other friends that's got shows? Jessica, Woodwalkers. Well, Jessica's Cryptid Hunter, so let me say it the right way. We got Woodwalkers. We got the Old Line Cryptids. We got the Oddcast. Trying to make sure I don't forget nobody. We got PJ. Mr. Mark put something back out on Beast TV the other day, so y'all go check that out. Wendell. Am I forgetting anybody, Gary? I know I am.
Yeah, the Oddcats podcast, Off the Record's the name of the chat.
Right. Yeah, thank you, Gary. I sometimes I get stuff mixed up. Y'all know that. Y'all don't pay me no attention. Y'all know I get goofy some days.
Ken Shivers.
That's right, Ken. Yeah, that's right. Mr. Dale. I know it's some more.
Speakers of the South, and Dale's on it.
Right.
Which most everybody in chat knows all these shows because I post them usually. I just couldn't tonight because I was live.
That's right. Ain't no problem. And I'll tell you, I know I always appreciate you being a moderator. I really do. You're very faithful. I couldn't even believe at one time you were in the hospital doing moderating. You were in the hospital, but
and I always will if I'm able.
All right.
Oh yeah, PJ channel 2.
Right. Yeah, PJ. All right, y'all. We're gonna get off here. We'll let Gary rest. And you take care of yourself, brother.
You too. Love y'all.
All right, love you too. And we love all y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. Try to stay well. And me and Rebecca will be back next Thursday night. So good Lord willing. All right, y'all take care. Love y'all. All right, Gary, you take care, brother. I'm gonna go ahead and back us on out, Gary.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to get off here. It's not doing like it usually does.
Hold on a minute.